Welcome to the Museum of Ecology. Today we'll be focusing on detritivores and saprophytes after a brief introduction on producers and consumers. Producers are autotrophic organisms which take in light energy to synthesize organic matter from inorganic materials. They are placed in the early stages of the food chain. Consumers are organisms that feed on other organisms, including herbivores, carnivores, parasites, and more. This is the ecological pyramid, and they are ordered in increasing levels of the food chain, starting from bottom to up: primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and then finally tertiary consumers. On the right, there is a picture that you can refer to for what kind of animals or species or producers could be one of the producers or consumers that I just mentioned before. This pyramid graphically represents the biomass or the productivity of the biomass at each trophic level in an ecosystem. So this would be a picture of a producer, and then this eagle would be an example and a picture of a consumer. Next, this is a room of detritivores. When most people think about ecological food chains, they picture the plants being producers, then being eaten by herbivores or primary consumers, which in turn are eaten by predators, most likely to be secondary consumers. In fact, there are other food chains, and those of the detritivore is very important. Detritivores are scavengers which feed on dead plants and animals or their wastes. They are essential for the recycling of nutrients. Basically, without them, dead plant material would not be returned to the soil for new growth. Then this means that the earth could be covered by deep layers of old vegetation and a lot of animal carcasses, not only slowly breaking down by chemical and physical processes. Detritivores, animals, and fungi speed up this process. Detritivores' combined effects lead to fairly rapid breakdowns of old vegetation, although some substances, wood in general, are slower to degrade than others. Next, the room would be saprophytes. Saprophytes are the organisms that act as the rainforest decomposers, competing with heavy rainfall which constantly wash away nutrients of the forest floors. Some fungi are examples of plant life that carry out this function. These decomposers are extremely efficient, and together with the warmth and wetness, the humidity helps the process of accelerating decomposition. If so, decomposition can dead animals and vegetation can be decomposed within 24 hours. If the forests are colder and less humid, though, decomposition could take up to 6 weeks. Many saprotrophs are very small, and they are called microbes, which are things that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Other decomposers, including insects, snails, slugs, beetles, ants, they aid in recycling valuable nutrients from dead organic matter, which is released back to the soil and then reabsorbed rapidly by plants and trees. That was the last part of our tour around the Museum of Ecology. Thank you for joining us.